Good morning, everyone. My name is Utsumi from Tokyo. Okay. Well, today I will present some example of my compact space in Tokyo. However, since there is not much time, just let me quickly explain some of my practical work in reincarnating space. While so many buildings were built in vast quantities during Japan's rapid economic growth era, lasting from the 1960s through 1970s, Tokyo is the typical of high-density cities. As everyone knows, that the prices of land in Tokyo's central area skyrocketed, and ordinary people's dreams of owning a single-family dwelling have driven sprawl into the suburb. And landowner in the suburb puts their individual profits first, and as property rights change hands, ordinary land and dwelling space has become increasingly subdivided. Cramped size of residential property is one of the great distortions in Tokyo. In the long term, of course, the situation needs to be corrected. Since the bursting of the economic bubble in the 1990s, Japan's economy is being stagnant. However, with no sign of the better time in sight, Tokyoites are making vigorous effort to find an alternative way for living right now. Well, here is some example. Well, there is a plot of land only 12 feet wide and 84 feet long. This is a site. The plan to rebuild on this odd-shaped property, I had to find a way to create a comfortable home for typical nuclear family. The idea I came up with is shown in this cross-section. The total floor area is just 1,018 square foot. The interior. Okay, the next tiny plot of land was subject to the restriction from every direction, and the situation resulted in this slant roof. The shape looks very modern in style, but structure itself entirely Japanese post and beam traditions. Just show interior. This is the kitchen. Can be moved to the center island. This next case is also a very tiny plot. These old buildings were rebuilt like this. Well, in order to get as much as possible out of the interior space, this experiment with a new structural method built with concrete and prefabricated wooden panel, which is only 3 inches thick. Japan, within limited space and resources, has a long tradition of multiple use of space and things, like this. As work environment changed, and nuclear family is no longer known, and the living arrangements of individuals of different generations have diversified. This situation represents the source of new demand from city dwellers. The next small building is a dwelling that also includes an office. For such a case, I created this design for which the interior is made of cloth, and wall and ceiling fastened together in this way, like zipped-up clothing, are quite easily changeable as a need arises. And various utility line and as a fixture which are concealed within the wall and ceiling can be easily extended or repaired. This is skeleton and cloth. like this. Okay, here are another similar types of building which has small office space in inside. Or staircase moving. The innovation for the efficient use of small spaces can be achieved by making things movable or various ways of compacting the space they take. Okay, the next example is not a separate house built on narrow property, but it's a very, very small apartment complex of 10 units. The owner, who is currently based on the top floor, occupying 2 units, and rents as 8 units. The structure is built in such a way that owner's occupancy can be easily expanded into the other units, renting out more units sometimes as the composition of the owner's family changes. And plumbing utility are well integrated in the underfloor channel for blanking or expanding as required. And it's shown in this cross section. The toilets come out from storage. Well, this is another example. It's quite same types. Okay. This is a plan for expanding space. My next example is a rather bold case study based on experience such as those just introduced. According to the future requirements, it consists of a compact exterior shell and complete exterior shell first, and the interior space is later constructed or adapted in stage. Since the interior structure is completely independent of exterior shell, it is not subject of various building code. It's all under the description of big furniture. So this is the process of constructing furnishings in out exterior shell. Like this. And 4 years has passed since its completion, and following the concept of developing interior compositions, the residents have really developed their preferred use of space, which without feeling they have to adapt the pre-established harmony. Well, this approach transformed the interior, which has heretofore been conceived as inseparable from the exterior in real estate or construction, into separable goods or service in both the physical and the legal sense. Okay, this is the final case. I'd like to introduce my own office space. Actually, the building as an exterior shell was completed 7 years ago and was the first private sector skeleton infill project in Tokyo. So this main structure was completed in high-strength precast concrete and planned for long-term lease without precondition on use of space. So we are using this space. All the interior elements are separate from the main structure. They are essentially big furnishing as movable property. So like this. This is skeleton. And now. Well, the nature of economic activity in the composition of the population and also consumers' attitude are rapidly changing in Tokyo. And the foreseeable future then will be a time of transitions. In this transition, what I see myself doing is while bringing attention and putting into the practice idea like phase surprise. Okay, that is all. Thank you for listening.